So many people and organizations have benefited so profoundly because of their relationship with Phyllis.
She is a woman of conviction. She is someone who knows herself and has a commitment to working on and advancing things that are important to her.
Phyllis really cares about why you think the way you do and what it is that you think, and really tries to get into your perspective. I think she's very talented at empathy.
Phyllis is an example of someone who takes her citizenship very, very seriously. She participates, she's responsible. She understands why she's there and isn't afraid to step up and let you know why she's there.
I feel like I'm a direct product of having been raised by my mother and father and my grandmother, who also lived with us, being raised in a family of 9 children and being taught to share. That took a lot of work. I just feel like I am a volunteer in the community, that I do my giving in the community because it's what I grew up with. And I think it's because of them, it's a part of my DNA.
She has a commitment to working on and advancing things that are important to her. Not as kind of the lone voice in the wilderness, but as a connector.
I believe that we're all put on this earth to make it a better place, to make a positive difference with whatever gifts we have. And I feel that my gift is to be able to give to others, to help connect people, to help connect ideas.
I think the goal for Phyllis is always, if possible, and when possible, build consensus. If consensus isn't possible, at least make sure that everybody involved feels like they were heard.
To not be grounded in the history of what has come before us, it's like trying to build a house without a foundation. We, at the Historical Society, are responsible to be stewards of all of Minnesota's history. When we think of that, we think about what we have done as an organization in capturing Minnesota's history, but we also have to think about what we haven't done. What history have we not represented?
What creates opportunity for people to come together to advance change is some shared understanding. And so she appreciates and understands the opportunity to advance diversity and inclusivity.
I think that whenever I approach something that tends to be a problem or a challenge, I operate as if there's always going to be a solution. And I operate as if we work on it together, it will be a better solution.
She facilitated discussions that allowed for all perspectives to be heard, and not just heard, but really listened to and processed and unpacked. And she facilitated those discussions in a pretty skillful way.
I also see the power of history in the work of Penumbra Theater, because Penumbra Theater tells stories about our past and our present and enables us to reflect on our own humanity.
Being an artistic director is the responsibility is to live life fully and then react to that fullness of life that you feel. Phyllis brings that to the equation whenever she's in a conversation.
Phyllis has been an incredible mentor and resource for me for many years. And she is incredibly generous with her time, with her counsel.
They create artistically excellent, thought-provoking theater productions that illuminate the human condition. Humanity is what brings us together. Humanity is what makes us all of one race, the human race.
She knew that we fit within a larger macrocosm that kept arts organizations of color undercapitalized. And so she understood that part of her civic duty was to figure out how to get resources to this legacy institution.
She is the history keeper, if you will, of these important institutions. And it's her personal relationship with those that she engages with that creates the space. You want to say yes to Phyllis.
It takes courage to come into an organization and fight through deficits and still understand that the mission is worth it and powerful and needs to be supported when it isn't. That's when a little person like Phyllis looks like a giant to you.
She's the glue that holds all those disparate change agents together and actually helps marshal them forward to get something meaningful done.
Most people provide more energy and passion to a situation that gets it to a place where it's uncomfortable. She provides a calmness, a subtleness, and a respect that really makes it a lot easier to deal with.
I think it's really important that we know that even with some forces out there today who want to continue to divide us or to accentuate the differences, that we really need to rise. We need to rise above the divisiveness, knowing that it's going to be difficult, but being willing to take that risk and say, it's more important that we at least make the attempt, that we try.
She is an example of what so many of us could do if we make that commitment that we're in it for a marathon and not a sprint, and that we're going to be on this journey with so many others to make something meaningful happen.
And I think that's what I value about the work of the Citizens League, because I think the Citizens League tries to bring people together from different sectors, from different points of view, and then try to effectively create solutions that work towards a better public policy and hopefully thus a better community.
I think that it is just so valuable to have that much knowledge, kindness, and civic responsibility all in the same body, all in one person.
I love celebrating her. I just hope that Phyllis is ready for more people to tap her and say, hey, come help us.
I'm hopeful that there are enough of us in our society who care enough about coming together for the greater good.